Life Concepts, where I help working moms achieve balanced lives by helping them increase their confidence and using their resources of courage to get to the goals and desires that they need, which I call a fuller life. Today, I want to talk a little bit about guilt. And a lot of moms, working or stay-at-home moms or somewhere in between, have this overwhelming sense of guilt at times. And I thought, why not address that? Because it can be something that limits us from reaching our full potential and achieving some of the life goals that we have put in place. Sometimes the messages that support us feeling guilty are, I'm not doing enough, I'm not happy enough, I should have, would have, could have done, I don't have enough. Sometimes it's about time, energy, money, feelings. There's a lot of things that we put upon ourselves as moms that make us feel guilty. And I want to challenge you today around guilt, because guilt is another barrier to you getting it what it is that you deserve, to reaching your full potential, to getting the goals met that you've set for yourself. Or even guilt keeps you from creating goals for yourself because you feel guilty for focusing on yourself. And I want to let you know, first of all, that that's normal. And that comes from a lot of different places. And if you could look at some of your experiences as a child, that might help to begin to unravel some of the messages that you've been putting into your mind from childhood or young experiences that continue to perpetuate these feelings of guilt. Sometimes it's about being angry with your children, angry with your spouse, frustrated with life in general, wanting to have something different, wanting to have a new life, wanting to have more money, wanting to have, it goes on and on and on. And so I have a few questions I want you to ask yourself that may help you address these guilt feelings. The first one is, what are you expecting of yourself? And where did these expectations come from? Are they coming from inside? Are they coming from external? Are they coming from, where are these expectations of yourself coming from that leave you feeling like you're not reaching it, you're not good enough? Another is, who or what are you comparing yourself to? Oftentimes we find that we're comparing ourselves to our mom, our aunt, our grandmother, the perfect ideal of a mom, the perfect ideal of children. Who and what are you comparing yourself to? And is that realistic for you? And I think that we need to be careful when we start to feel guilty, because it's a normal reaction that we learn when we're children, that we do something wrong and I feel guilty. People who don't experience guilt, we call them sociopaths, where they have a psychopathology that means that they have trouble relating to people and having empathy for people and even caring about doing wrong. So we don't want to remove guilt from our lives or our experience, but we want to put it in the right perspective. And if the guilt is keeping you from being or doing what you deserve, then it's not in the right perspective. It's not within the limits of being useful for you. Because then you have to think of another thing. What are you teaching your children? What are you modeling for the people around you if you are guilty about self-care, if you're guilty about taking time for yourself, if you feel guilty for making mistakes? We all do it. So we need to put it in perspective. So remember, there are 3 questions. Where are your expectations coming from? Who and what are you comparing yourself to? And are these realistic? And I call that a fuller life. And so what you need to do right now is take a deep breath, blow it out, and say to yourself, I deserve it, I can do it. And then sign up today. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I really look forward to working with you. Bye.